Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the At Your Beck and Call segment tonight. Last week, the Glenn guy was on the radio when he got a call from a woman who criticized his views on the Obama health care plan.
Industrial country in this world that doesn't have health care. What the hell is wrong with you?
And we are the only country in the world where leaders come from every other country to get health care when they can't get the right kind of health care in their own country.
I'm asking you a logical question. And
I'm giving you a logical answer.
You don't have logic.
You're right.
Where's your logic? What would you do? I'm asking you, what would you do to change this healthcare system for the better? After all, every time you people bring up costs, you don't care about the trillions of dollars to bail out the banks and all the credit card companies.
Kathy, get off my phone! Get off my phone, you little pinhead! I don't care. You people don't care about the trillions. Get off my phone! I'm going to lose my mind today.
And after that, Beck, I go to the doctor. He is the author of the big best-selling book, Common Sense, which he showed there in dramatic form.
Oh, come on, that was Common Sense.
Come on, Beck.
What are you going to do?
I want you to analyze that.
I think that was common sense. I think there's only so much you can take before blood shoots out of your eyes.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think every time you people, you don't care about the cost. This woman has never listened to me before. I've been talking about under George.
She sounded like a fan. She sounded like she loved you.
All these people, you don't care about the cost. You don't care about the big bailouts. That's all I've been talking about since October.
All right, but you went a little overboard.
Because I think it's time.
Was that just theater?
No.
Or no? You just
no. I think there are times this country is so unhinged from common sense and then pegged right directly to politics that I think my head's going to explode. I should wrap my head in duct tape all the time.
You just vented on that poor woman who wanted to have a discussion.
She should call NPR, maybe.
No, you don't want. Don't you want dissent on the Glenn Beck radio program?
Oh yeah, I do. I just don't want to
that
use
kind of
too many to quote you. Pinheads.
Okay. Now, do I get a royalty for you calling her a pinhead? I mean, is that?
I thought about it. I thought about no.
All right, now
here.
Let me play devil's advocate here. Oh, you got.
Here's your royalty.
Okay.
Right here.
Chocolate chip.
I never travel without cookie dough.
Well, that's because you look like the doughboy, right?
I mean, seriously. You recognize it? That's my brother. Look.
He looks exactly like him. All right, now, I want to play devil's advocate here, right?
Yeah.
If people are listening to your show, they will say, well, he lost the debate because he threw a little tantrum.
Yeah. Sucks.
What would you say?
Sucks to be them listening to me when I lose the debate. I mean, come on.
You don't care about losing a debate.
I don't really care. Look, here's the thing.
Right.
If you want to really have a conversation about healthcare, let's have a conversation about healthcare.
But we just did it at the top of the show.
Yeah. And you know what? May I?
Yeah.
Because I saw the talking points.
Sure. I
think I may actually have to kiss the ring.
They were good, right?
Oh my gosh. Seriously.
Thank you.
Seriously.
But I didn't yell. But sometimes I do.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, you've never yelled at
I have.
Yeah.
I have. But you know, here's who I yell at. Here's who I yell at. Liars. That woman wasn't. And I yell at people who are hurting kids. And I yell at people like Barney Frank.
I think she had pickle forks. I think she had kids and she was poking them with pickle forks.
And
you just didn't hear it.
I yell at people like Barney Frank, who have done enormous damage and won't tell the truth.
Yes.
So they deserve it.
This woman is, you know, Bill, come on. You know and I know. There are seminar callers. There are people who call it, that woman never listened to me. How could you? Do you think so?
I heard adulation in her voice. I heard.
Have you spent 2 seconds watching or listening to me? All I talk about is, what are we doing these bailouts for? How are we spending all of this money?
She sounded like a classic liberal woman who thinks you're a barbarian. That's what she sounded like.
Wow.
Okay.
She's
now,
right.
We had Harry Alford, the head of the Black Chamber of Commerce, last night on The Factor, and you actually dealt with this in a circular way on your program.
Is that
with the Barbara? With the Barbara Boxer thing. So roll a tape on that.
Yeah.
I think we start with dessert, something yummy. Okay, the head of the National Black Chamber of Commerce. He was he got reamed out by Senator Barbara Boxer, and then he reamed her out, and it was fantastic. It's like pudding. Watch.
I don't like it.
Excuse me,
I take offense to it.
Okay.
As an African American and a veteran of this country, I take offense to that.
Okay, so you were eating pudding because it was comforting to you, Mr. Alford?
This is like, are you kidding me? That's like conservative porn.
Yeah.
That's like Barbara Boxer. I mean, I want to put some Barry White on and just listen and go, oh, yeah. Barbara.
So you had to have a comfort food in order to enjoy the moment to its fullest.
Look, I started that program by saying, you know, sometimes you have to have meat and potatoes. My mom always said, you got to eat your broccoli. Sometimes when Dad's just here, and that was the case, we start with dessert. And if that wasn't just, I haven't seen that happen before. Have you seen that happen?
No.
No, that was fantastic.
Well,
I love that.
Mr. Alford, and we invited Senator Boxer on the program, but
I know, she didn't. You know, I invited him on the program. He didn't even return my call.
He doesn't like you. You know why? He doesn't like pudding. That's why he didn't come on.
Is it because
I'm not going on any show with his pudding. He's afraid of it. Now, in my talking points memo tonight, talking show, I said, and some conservatives have gotten angry with me for saying this, that the government does have to provide oversight to the healthcare industry, that there is price gouging, there are insane lawsuits, the system is broken.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
And the feds have to set up an apparatus where they put out what's fair for an aspirin, not $10, and down the line to protect the folks. Do you agree with that?
I think
oversight, not management.
I was trying to answer a question. He gets all hostile. I think up until the aspirin part, you'd have to talk to me a little bit on the aspirin part. Look, here's what the government has to do. This is in the little charter we used to call the Constitution. What they do is they guarantee us the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. So in other words, I don't have to sit at my farm while I'm plowing the field and worry about is somebody molesting my children in the house, because the government is going to make sure that they take care of the criminals. They help me so people aren't ripping me off. They don't do anything else, but they make sure that people aren't getting ripped off. They make sure, look, there's going to be screwballs out there. There are going to be people who are too stupid to understand that you can't, cookie dough is going to make you fat. The government doesn't have to tell you, hey, don't eat the cookie dough because it's going to make you fat. I say, hey, fatso, have some more. If you die, it's your fault.
But we have to pay for it a lot of times. Because fats don't have any money.
That's a problem.
Right. So that's.
I'm not going to. You know what?
But you're not a crazy guy. Let people die in the street.
No. Here's what happens. Well,
I got 30 seconds.
On the fat thing, if you have to be cut out by the firemen, cut out of your house, and I realize that somebody has been in your house feeding you the whole time, and you couldn't even get off the couch. Yeah, sucks to be you. We're going to just tape it back up. Find your own way to the hospital, and you have to pay.
I kind of agree with that. If you abuse yourself, but right now the system does pick up those tabs. Glenn Beck, everybody, there he is. In a moment, Bad Girls Part 2, the Great American Culture Quiz, and then giant squids attacking swimmers in San Diego. We're not kidding. We're going to send Beck out to take them down. Coming right back.